We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's the opener of this three-game series between the New York Yankees and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's interleague baseball on MLB Network. Dakota Hudson, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1.
First pitch, 7-16.
The 1-0. Drilled right back up the middle. And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So here's the veteran Brett Gardner. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Hudson is kind of an interesting guy when you dig into his starting pitching tendencies. As starters go, he does a nice job of limiting base hits, but what's proven to give him trouble at times is the walk. He tends to issue a lot of free passes, more than you'd like to see.
That's an interesting note, Matty V. And I think one of the things that he doesn't give himself enough credit for, when he falls behind in the count, 2-1, 3-1, he's the kind of guy that's just not going to lay one in there and let you whack it. He'd rather start with a fresh count to a new batter. So I wouldn't look at that as a negative. He just isn't the kind of guy that's real aggressive when he falls behind in the count.
Andujar gets his lead at first, nobody out. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. The 2-2. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters meeting. He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. First and second here with nobody out. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Turner is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Aaron Judge is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Runners are at first and second with one away. And another foul ball. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Torres hits a little over the 270 mark. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here's the 1-1. 1-2 now.
Hey, it's looking like he may be able to get out of this one after giving up 2 singles early.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. Garrett Cole, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
Here's Colton Wong now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Fouled away. The 3-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Torres scoops it up, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team. You know, it's always interesting to see a hitter's lifetime numbers against a pitcher and vice versa. Well, in this matchup, he has some pretty impressive ownage, as they say. 4 home runs in past at-bats, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Stepping in, Tyler O'Neill, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
one of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
No balls and 1 strike. One out, nobody on. Line towards center field. Gardner is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
Fantastic season all the way around. Not only did this guy just get on base by base hits, but he also leads the league in slugging percentage, so he's up there doing a lot of damage.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's got 3 base hits in 20 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Too tight with that one. 3-0. 2 out, nobody on. Hit softly on the ground to third. Endahar brings it in, and the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. All set for the start of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He'll enter play at .313. 16 homers and 58 runs batted in. Outside with the breaking pitch, and he falls behind at 2-0.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Two-0 count, the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. And that's over, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. He loses him on ball 4.
Batting 8, the catcher, Gary
Ready now, Gary Sanchez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Has a look, now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Runners on first with one down. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone. Digging in, Garrett Cole, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Heading out towards shallow right. Turner is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. One left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So Paul DeYoung digs in next. One of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. This is line to left. Stanton is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Now at the plate, Matt Carpenter. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Judge is under it, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. So it's back to the top of the order now, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar.
Miguel Andujar.
First offering on its way. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there and advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Guess he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. A base hit in his first trip. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Third inning, no score to this point. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Two pitches fouled away. Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
Hey, a 2-out single isn't all that bad, but it can be when you've got this part of the lineup coming up.
A runner on first with 2 away. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. fouled off. Two out with the man at first. Swinging a soft liner. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, it's funny. The first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. Well, with 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
To the plate now, Torres. And that misses, ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
3-0 now.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitchers fall behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Swinging away there, it's 3-1. Hitters count. Here it comes.
I got 3-2.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton, and a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead with 3 men aboard. First pitch of the at-bat. The bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yankees leave them loaded. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here, as it'll be Yadier Molina to lead things off. First pitch on its way.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. On the ground to third. Andujar fields it cleanly. And there's 1 away. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Digging in, Justin Turner. He's hoping to break out of the slump he's been stuck in. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put Goodwood on.
At the plate now, Dakota Hudson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. Here's the 0-1. Pops this one up. Voit is calling for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now back, second baseman, Thompson. Wall.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And there's ball one. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and next will be the imposing power bat, Luke Voit.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Turner moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a swing and a ground ball for Wong at second. Fielded cleanly on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Up next for the Yankees, the pitcher, Garrett Cole.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Garrett Cole. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way.
Hey!
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3 on to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Now in the box, Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
No left fielder, Tyler.
First pitch coming. Here it is. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And that's the first out.
Batter number 11, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
One man gone for the Cardinals in the fourth, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product Paul DeYoung. He's set and the pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is Gardner. And they take the lead. It's gone. DeYoung connects for a two-run home run. Number 25 for him on the year as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Pitchers aren't going to throw this guy much of a fastball to try to challenge him because this guy can hit him a mile just like he did with that swing right there. Impressive power.
Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter. This will get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. One strike now from Cole. Carpenter bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was a 13th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now batting, center fielder, Harrison.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader. Cole gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Judge is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike one. Now he'll step off and rethink this. Look into Molina, now the 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Ball 3.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Hit high and deep out to left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. Number 18 for him on the campaign. And the Yankees are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
That bomb didn't tie things up, but they're only down 1 right now and feeling pretty good they can come back.
In now, Brett Gardner. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Again, another foul ball. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Another one sent foul. The 0-2 once more. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off. Maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Now here it comes. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
The pitch. Turned on down the line. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Man, he'll just make it to the bag a step or 2 ahead, and there's the first out. Striding into the box, DJ LeMahieu. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Now the pitch. Slow roller left side. Throw in time and the side is retired. The Yankees answer right back on the solo home run. Bottom of the fifth coming up. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Yankees 1. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and next to hit is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is camped under this one. One pitch, one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Justin Turner.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Justin Turner. He singled his last time up. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Good changeup, and it's 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stanton on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Tommy Edman will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Tommy Edman.
And that's in there for strike 1. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They lead it 2-1. John Brebbia takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 60, John Brebbia.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. First pitch of the at-bat. Back up the middle. DeYoung gathers it in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
So striding forward now, Giancarlo Stanton. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. A ball and a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And he'll step off and try and reset. At the plate, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Our score remains 2-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong.
Leading up for St. Louis, the second baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Grounded to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Ready for another chance. Tyler O'Neill. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Into the box now, Paul Goldschmidt. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Goldschmidt swings and hits this one very well out to deep left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt, and even 30 home runs on the year, and it gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now batting,
All DeYoung will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. Hit in the air to right field. Heading after it is Judge. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. One for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. 8, 9, and top of the order coming up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 St. Louis. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
And it's 0-2 to Sanchez. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Gio Urshela will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Gio Urshela.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone. 2-2. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. The 2-2. Down the first baseline, taken in by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Yankees 1. Adam Ottavino will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year.
Adam Ottavino.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
From the stretch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Now the 2-1.
I got 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So stepping in, Harrison Bader. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. It just misses off the inside for ball 1. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now the 1-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. A solo shot here to left, number 10 for him on the year. And the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1. Jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby deal. A ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gardner is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Next to the Cardinals, the right fielder, Justin Turner.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Justin Turner, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit to first. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. 7 complete here tonight. St. Louis leads it 4-1. Digging in once again, Brett Gardner. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
First pitch on its way. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Molina shading to his right. One down.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Ready for another shot now. DJ LeMahieu hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
0-1 the count. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit back toward the mound. Wong to his right. He's got it on to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
now batting, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1's the count.
Eighth inning, 4-1 is our score. Line to the right side. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Zach Britton is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 53, Zach Britton.
Dexter Fowler is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
1-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. And that misses 2-2. And now pitch on the way. Takes this the other way to right. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Colton Wong will stand in. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Judge is going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Now to the plate, Tyler O'Neill. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And even with 2 outs now, they won't risk running on that arm out there as he's forced to sit tight at third base. Into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. He went deep last time up.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball that he turned around. So
Now here's the signal from the dugout, so he'll take first here on the intentional walk, and that makes runners at the corners with 2 away.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Paul DeYoung, and their runners at the corners now. Britton's ready. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
1-0 count. Here it is. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead, make it 5-1.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Striding in once again, Matt Carpenter. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Big swing by Carpenter, and this is out to deep right. Gone, and that one had some extra distance. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as this is now a 7-run ball game. On to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Jonathan Holder.
So now to the plate, Harrison Bader. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Stanton. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Jordan Hicks comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. All set to start the ninth in this one, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Torres. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
No, that's down.
Hicks, a native Texan. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Woo-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Now here it comes.
Nope.
And 2-2. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Once again, a 3-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Here's the 2-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Last chance for the Yankees. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Looped out toward third. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy in the order. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
8-1 is the final tonight. The St. Louis Cardinals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Dakota Hudson earns his 8th victory of the season. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.